All right, sort of an impromptu decision to stream, but I kind of actually wanted to watch the direct and give my thoughts on it. So, what up, everyone? I swear this is not an advertisement, but I just really cold. Yeah, I know they're gonna talk about like some of the games that we're at. I just kind of want to see if they have like, you know, there's the surprise that's gonna be happening. So I'm interested to see that. And who knows, I might leave the stream up longer and just keep going. Because I don't really have a whole lot of anything else going on today. I have not decided yet. I don't know how many of y'all will be here because, like, I know like everyone and their mothers down in Washington right now for MagFest. Also, don't mind me, I'm also, before I start, just taking a look at some other stuff here. I'm more inclined to just continue on Donkey Kong Country, but like the idiot in the backwards cap was like he just gave free reign for people to respond to for people to like have watch parties and react to the real game awards. So like, okay, you have now given me permission. So if I call you a lying cuckbag for 3 hours straight and tell people what they could have done easily with their $30 and the vote on your stupid award show, you can't copyright claim or content ID strike me, can you? But I'm gonna give that dickwad any more attention than I've already have. I'll just call him an idiot and let me and go on my way. Oh hey Donna, hey Bill Drag, what's up guys? How you doing? I'm unfamiliar with Cal Cullen. What is Cal Cullen, Bill? Although the one thing I'm looking forward to watching today is like more details on Doom Dark Ages. Also, I'm gonna say this right now. Y'all can quote me on this. I know the big surprise being another game, but you know how they've been on their whole like, this is an Xbox, this is an Xbox, your fridge is an Xbox, your tablet's an Xbox. Oh, Calculon! I read that completely wrong. I'm sorry. I read that completely wrong. Yeah, I know Calculon. They try to rig the Oscars. Yeah, oh, that ready. That's funny. A lot of people dug up old YouTube hosted E3 events, and they showed off that Melanie Mack actually was there, and people are like, what happened to her? I'm like, she discovered right-wing grifting and realized that, you know, those people are more stupid and willing to part with their money if you say really heinous things about the video game industry and about humanity in general. So there you go. And I'm like, how has no one done that with Craig? Because Craig was part of that same E3, sat on that same couch with Jeff Keighley, and was so excited about the games industry. And honestly, I believe like lockdown really like fucked a lot of people up. All right, we're gonna unmute. Well, that's loud. Oh, okay. So back to my original point. If they go, hey, you know that console from that other company, you know, with a big N? That's an Xbox too. If they announce cloud streaming to Switch and Switch 2, 5 gifted subs to the channel. I'm calling that right now. So if you don't have a gifted sub already, you may be very well may win one. I've never actually like fully watched one of these before, so my expectations are like extremely low. But that's okay. Here comes 2. Please don't read too deep into these. They're not done. Okay, day 1 Game Pass stuff. Nice. I'll support play anywhere, but once played on consoles with cross saves with cross. Buy one, play. Oh, okay. Which does work. I booted up Sea of Stars on PC, and it actually transferred my save file over. PEGI 16. Or PEGI 18. Wait, am I on the American Xbox site? Because like, shouldn't it say like, or did I miss that? Oh, and also this goes against, I just saw Craig's tweet earlier. Oh, the whole like 50% of all gamers are not women. Well, it's women that work at Bethesda. Sit and spin. To me? Compulsion games. I want to say it's that one. Oh wait, we're start. Oh, you're starting off with the mystery game first. Okay. A new DOA. This is Team Ninja's logo, yeah? Yeah. Okay. What we got? It's either a new Ninja Gaiden or a new Dead or Alive.
こんにちは、コエテクモゲームスチーム忍者の安田文彦です。今日は皆様にチーム忍者が長く大切にしてきたアクションシリーズの新情報を発表できる機会をいただけてとても嬉しく思います。早速ですが、こちらをご覧ください。
Ninja Gaiden 4? Ninja Gaiden 4?
Several years ago, the Dark Dragon, youngest of the dragon gods, wreaked havoc across the world. The plot was ultimately thwarted through the efforts of a sole ninja. However, the Dark Dragon's husk remained, and from this husk fell an endless downpour of cursed rain. The abandoned Tokyo continues its struggle against chaos to this day.
Infiltrated the facility. Commencing mission.
Oh yeah, this is Ninja Gaiden 4. Truth be told, I haven't played the Xbox, that's Xbox 360 Ninja Gaiden games. It's something I have to change, but how cool is it if we're getting a 2D Ninja Gaiden and we're getting a new 3D Ninja Gaiden? And it's being developed by Platinum. This looks fucking sick, dude.
This is it. Ryu Hayabusa.
Whatever your clan is plotting,
Oh!
it ends here.
Okay, so that's not like a future. It's just okay. Two playable characters.
So you've come, Raven.
Back off, Hayabusa. I will execute my mission.
Let's fucking go.
世界中の町人の皆さん、10年以上大変お待たせしました。最強の忍者となり容赦なく襲い来る敵に挑むハイスピードアクション忍者ガイデンのナンバリング最新作として忍者ガイデン4を発表させていただきました。本作はプラチナゲームズさんとの協業で開発を進めています。プラチナゲームズさん
Oh,
の
yeah.
アクションゲームというジャンルにおける実績は言うまでもなく、ベヨネッタやニアオートマタなど素晴らしいアクションタイトルを生み出してこられました。忍者ガイデン4というタイトルを10年以上の時を
Platinum did Nier Automata? I thought it was someone else.
するにあたり、より多くの方に新鮮な気持ちでプレイしていただけるよう、新たな世界を新主人公であるもう一人の町人ヤクモで冒険するという形で制作することにしました。先ほどご覧いただいた映像の中で竜はやぶさも登場しておりましたが、彼は今回も物語に密接に関わってきます。なぜヤクモと戦うことになったのか、竜はやぶさが戦う目的は何なのか、本作の物語の中で展開していきます。
任務は必ず成し遂げる。邪魔をするな。
物語は黒龍がもたらした正気の雨によって荒廃した首都東京が舞台となっています。この雨は黒龍がまだ生きている証であり、雨が止まない限り東京に安寧は訪れません。
I don't know if this is something from the third game or not. Like I said, I never played the 3D ones, but I gotta go back into it.
今作の新主人公であり、はやぶさと対をなすカラス一門に所属するヤクモが首都東京で黒龍を倒し、この世界を晴らすため戦いに身を投じます。
これまで忍者ガイデンシリーズで描かれてきたダークでハードな世界観は継承し、そこにさらに危機を感じさせる要素として呪いやより混沌とした景観のデザインを取り入れています。ステージプレイ中に街が呪いの影響を受け、ビルは崩れ、道は歪み、ヤクモをピンチに陥れることでしょう。舞台となる東京はとある出来事によって街全体が崩壊し、魔族やヤクモと敵対する勢力がひしめき合う状態になっており、環境全体がプレイヤーに牙を向くように感じられるはずです。前作より立体的に自由度の増した危険に満ちたステージを、忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを
I can hear the energy got in one music play as you're like bouncing back and forth the walls.
スイングアクションなどのダイナミックで爽快なシチュエーションを多く追加しました。これら以外にも様々なシチュエーションやチャレンジ、隠されたアイテムなどを用意しており、ステージが進むごとに上がっていくテンションにも驚いていただけると思います。
新しい主人公のヤクモは竜はやぶさに次ぐ新たな町人です。彼にはまだ若さも残っていますが、カラス一門を背負う天才忍者でもあり、忍者ガイデンシリーズにおける忍者の頂点、竜と肩を並べる次世代の町人たり得る人物としてデザインしています。そんなヤクモの前に立ちふさがるのは荒れ果てた東京の治安維持組織であり、
Dude.
竜の封印を守る
So it says on Twitch, this looks really cool. Granted, I've never tried any of the 3D Ninja Gaiden games yet. Maybe we should. Yeah, that's something I should get into too. I'm pretty sure they're still on Game Pass.
また
The Master
現時点
Collection.
では公開していませんが、新たなキャラクターやシリーズファンの方に喜んでいただける人物も登場しますので、
But technically, I have Ninja Gaiden Black on Xbox original and I think I have a physical copy of Ninja Gaiden
バ
too.
トルスピードをさらに加速さ
And those
せ、
two are all backwards compatible in the series.
敵との攻防を繰り広げることができます。さらに ヤクモが使える新要素結節忍術ヌエの型を駆使したダイナミックな攻撃によってこれまでから大きく進化した1対他の戦闘を可能にしました。ヌエの型ではこれまでの忍者ガイデンにはない広範囲かつ一撃必殺の攻撃となっており、多勢に無勢の状態が長く続く戦況を一気に覆すことができます。もちろん1対1の戦闘における比率付きも健在です。プレイヤー同様敵もガードや回避をしてくるため緊張感のあるフェアな戦闘を味わうことができます。
Highly inaccurate because I never block. Haha!
一瞬の隙を逃さずに攻撃を仕掛けていくことが重要です。ヌエの方によって
I just mash attack until the game's over.
さらなる進化を感じられるかと思います。
Which that's incorrect on how you play these games from what I heard is like you have to be like very
アクション
tactical.
に関しては手触り、バランス調整など細部にわたり日々議論させていただき、会社の垣根を越えた密なやり取りをさせていただいています。本作の主人公であるヤクモは竜とは一味違うアクションを有していますが、その中でもしっかりと忍者ガイデンらしさを感じていただけると思います。例えばカラス、ヌエ、2つの型があるという点がヤクモの大きな特徴ですが、それらが持つ多彩な性能のアクションを用いて敵や状況ごとに使い分ける攻略の深みや滅却、絶技などを絡めた抑揚あるスピーディーな攻防などはもちろんヤクモでも健在です。
ヤクモと竜ハヤブサはそれぞれが
But Koei Tecmo, I know you're working on this game, but could you put Ninja Gaiden 2 and 3 on the Switch? On the NES? It's weird that those aren't on there. You don't need to put Ninja Gaiden Trilogy on there. I could care less.
イズナ落としなどシリーズおなじみのアクションも駆使しつつ新アクションを織り交ぜた新しい忍者ガイデンにご期待ください。
Although screwing around with the shelf last night, I downloaded a TurboGrafx 16 collection. There was a Ninja Gaiden game on that was only available in Japan. It plays exactly like the NES one, but with just like a different like graphical look to it. Obviously, because it's on a 16-bit console, but
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
シリーズファンはもちろんのこと、忍者ガイデンを初めてプレイする方でも存分に楽しめる作品になっておりますので、ぜひ発売をお待ちください。
長年にわたってプラチナゲームズさんと共にまさに忍者のように潜んで忍者ガイデン4の開発を進めてきましたが、ついに発表することができて非常に嬉しく思います。
what did they team up with Ninja Platinum before
お
with?
届けできるのを楽しみにしています。
Okay, we got a fall release.
ご期待ください。さて、本日お伝えしたい発表はそれだけではありません。こちらをご覧ください。
Okay, new announcements as well. Next gen or new gen update to the Master Collection?
My path leads through the land of the dead.
And thus the sun sets on the Dragon Ninja bloodline.
Genshin, go back to hell.
All paths before me are cruel and arduous. Our time has come.
Oh, okay.
忍者ガイデン2のオリジナル版は2008年に Xbox360 で発売し、バイオレンスな表現とハイスピードなバトルを皆様にお楽しみいただいた作品です。今作忍者ガイデン2ブラックではオリジナル版の表現に立ち戻り、アンリアルエンジン5を用いてグラフィックを大幅に刷新、忍者ガイデン2の完全版として開発いたしました。 美麗なグラフィックでお楽しみいただけるのはもちろん、竜はやぶさに加え、綾音、もみじ、レイチェルもプレイブルキャラクターとして登場します。そして本作は本日コンソール、PC、そして Xbox ゲーム
there's your shadow drop!
発売となります。
Okay.
忍者ガイデンシリーズを長年応援いただいている皆様はもちろんのこと、本日忍者ガイデンを知っていただいた皆様も忍者ガイデン4の発売前にぜひ本作をお楽しみください。今年はチーム忍者創立30周年の節目であり、本日発表させていただいた忍者ガイデン4含め2025年は忍者の年。
I'd say this is the year of the ninja. There's Ninja Gaiden 4, Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, and we're getting a new 2D Ninja Gaiden. Very nice, very nice. It looks like they're gonna save Doom for last, which I'm okay with. Oh yeah, this is the Turtle Riding game.
Hi, and welcome to Compulsion Games here in Montreal, Canada. At our studio, we care about world building.
Wow, look at all these women in gaming. Starting Crick says doesn't exist.
From the magical Nora of Contrast to the alternate history of We Happy Few, we draw inspiration from the landscape to shape mood, drama, and intrigue. For South of Midnight, our third-person action-adventure game, the story and characters bring a folkloric Deep South to life. This gave us a chance to explore Southern Gothic themes with a dark fantasy twist. So while our protagonist Hazel is at the forefront of our story, it's the macabre elements and larger-than-life creatures that will leave a mark on her journey and growth.
Whoops. Am I still live? No. Come on, catch up. Yeah, come on. I'm still live? Okay.
Picking up out there. Did you pack everything? Mama.
Come on, Microsoft.
This ain't my first hurricane. I know. This ain't my first hurricane. I know what to do. As long as you didn't forget the flashlights and batteries. Oh, shoot, we got 5 minutes. Let's go. Won't be rushed if you didn't. Don't, Mom.
Hang on. I think it might be my player. I don't know. Something's happening. I'm at 720. I'm at 720, 60 frame per second. Oh, it's at auto. Okay, hang on. Let me go 70, 720, 60. Is anyone else complaining about stuttering?
Speak on it. I said we wouldn't be rushed if you didn't waste all that time at the shelter. Now, you want to?
No, just people bitching as usual.
I'm just saying. Hazel, please. We might need some help. I might need some help.
Go live.
Among them is good old Catfish, the storyteller who becomes both the guide and companion to Hazel across the game.
It ain't every day I hear about a new weaver such as yourself. Would you kindly do your weaver thing and help me down?
Meeting Catfish marks the true beginning of Hazel's journey. All of Hazel's arsenal and powers are designed around textile crafting and traditional.
Wow, you can tell he's from Quebec.
Her weapons include a spindle, 2 weaving hooks.
He can't pronounce his H's.
Her magic abilities manifest with supernatural lace-like patterns, blending the traditional craft with mystical elements. Hazel engages with the world through a variety of movement abilities. Those abilities also help Hazel progress on a journey.
As her journey unfolds, Hazel will master new weaving abilities, using them to traverse the world, conjure objects, and confront adversaries.
Combat is about understanding and adapting to different enemy archetypes known as Aints, the manifestations of corruption Hazel encounters.
These Haints trap Hazel in combat until she unravels them, destroying them in the process.
Each Aint has its own unique moveset, strengths, and weaknesses that you'll need to learn and adapt to. For example, the Slug burrows on the ground and unleashes devastating strikes from afar, while the Ravager closes the distance with chilling speed. Hazel can counter these threats with agile melee abilities to execute powerful combos, jump attacks, and charge attacks. But close combat is risky and can backfire because Aints have powerful defensive abilities. Mastering your magical skills become the key to gaining the upper hand in combat. Push, pull, and weave are some of the spells at your disposal that give you a tactical advantage during a fight. Timing is everything. Pull distant enemies close to start melee combos, push them back to interrupt and stun their attack. Then press the advantage with follow-up strikes. Spells interact uniquely with each enemy type, creating dynamic combat scenarios, especially when facing multiple types of opponents at the same time. Once near death, enemies can be unraveled, breaking their core and setting them free of their corruption, which has the added benefit of providing health boosts and reducing ability cooldowns. If you play your combos right, you can enhance Hazel's readiness and keep on
I don't make them make fun, but it's French. So the health boost.
She unlocks new moves and
It's an H sound. Ha, ha, ha.
Prioritize. The upgrades will change how you approach combat, like enhancing area of effect attacks, or refining push and pull skills to improve precision and make them feel more rewarding. The combat system is fast and responsive, built around chaining attacks, landing precise strikes, and unraveling enemies.
You mind if I take a look around?
You can see every place old Molly terrorized and more. Now for the low, low price of $1.
In Hazel's search for her mother, you'll explore multiple regions, each ruled by a mythical creature with their own Southern Gothic history. You'll gradually uncover the backstories of these beings, once human or animal, who were transformed by tragedy, their secrets waiting to be discovered. As a weaver, Hazel heals these creatures by collecting fragments of haunted memories. We call these echoes, which reveal each creature's past. Hazel must experience these echoes before she can mend them.
What kind of person would do that to someone?
We design each region to reflect the creature that's been doomed to wander it. From the atmospheric environment to unique music themes composed for each one. While not all encounters lead to direct combat, Hazel will need to face mythical creatures in epic confrontation before she can.
How do we feel about this one?
Our boss encounters and gameplay sequences also reflects the uniqueness of each.
I will say though, if it's a Souls-like, as far as like, I couldn't see it because my webcam's blocking it, but that hit took 50% damage.
As the encounters progress, the musical
This would probably be a pass for me. Is like, as you know, I don't really care for Souls-like games.
Or hugging Molly. Each of these larger-than-life creatures is inspired by Southern folklore and lead to climactic battles.
We got a long journey ahead.
South of Midnight unfolds as a hero's journey, and as Hazel, you'll travel through a tapestry of
Going on, Twitch says looks like Souls-like, so we'll probably pass on it. Yeah, and there's nothing inherently wrong with that. Like, people love their Souls-like games. And all power to you, it's just not my cup of tea. Just like Yakuza, it's a fantastic series. I am not going to take that away from Yakuza. Just wasn't for me. Couldn't get into it.
Ever more toward the fantastical.
The history, landscape, and folklore of the American Deep South fill our world, and our team has infused the game with thoughtful details and environmental storytelling, like our bottle trees and haint blue porches, which are said to ward off evil spirits. The Way to the Past emerges as central themes, which you can see.
It looks gorgeous, though.
Buildings and businesses struggling to survive. As you explore, you'll meet locals who stayed behind even in the face of a hurricane.
That's why I'm the last person left here. All those damn haints. This part of the river's filthy with them.
Artistically, we're staying true to our moody compulsion signature style. But this time, we're using a handcrafted approach inspired by stop-motion animation, which allows our team to bring a distinct personality and tone into every prop and character. Because this folklore is open to visual interpretation, we embrace the freedom to reimagine these creatures and their stories, to adapt how they look, and to craft our own version of a fantastical Deep South.
At Compulsion Games, we love to craft around central themes. We're lucky to have talent across all our disciplines that collaborate to give South of Midnight such a unique personality. We hope you enjoyed this deep dive into South of Midnight. We're thrilled to announce that the game will launch on April 8th, and pre-orders are now available on Xbox and Steam.
Hey, not too long. But Williams is like, oh god, I gotta put this on the schedule. Hang on. Okay, write it down. Yeah, there's even Doom for last. Now, I can't remember what Sandfall Interactive is making. Sherlock Holmes? Survival horror?
Bonjour, everyone. We are Sunfall Interactive, and welcome to our manor. We are a small studio based in Montpellier, France, working on our first game, Clair Obscur Expedition 33. It's a
Oh, this is the RPG.
set in
Okay.
a fantasy version of late 19th century Belle Epoque France.
Here we are.
Our grand adventure in game development actually started as a solo passion project. I wanted to create something like the JRPGs with turn-based combat I grew up with and loved, but that fully leveraged tech, refreshed the genre with new features, and took place in a compelling world. I knew I needed help to realize my dream. First, I turned to a programmer I knew would get it.
Guillaume and I started trading ideas right away, and that quickly turned into trading files back and forth. Soon, I was creating the first prototypes of the reactive turn-based system, combining real-time offense and defense element, and a cinematic battle camera system. Things really clicked when we tested the first version of those features. We felt we had something both challenging and fun.
As Tom and I went back and forth and iterated on game elements, a vision started to come together.
Pretty brave leaving their Discord open like that.
Guillaume and I are both passionate gamers, and when he described the project, I quit my job the following week and joined the team without hesitation. Because I believe that in video games, success always starts with a strong creative vision. And we had that, defined by 3 core elements. A story with great emotional depth, gameplay that innovates on the classics we love, and a world that is completely original, beautiful, and immersive. We founded Sunfall Interactive on these tenets: a group of friends with a shared vision and the drive to make something great.
This too is your legacy. Core to every great RPG is a compelling story. And Guillaume and I spent 4 years intensively developing and refining ours. And that started with the hook. 67 years ago, a massive slumbering paintress and a monolith appeared with no warning. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a number on her monolith, and everyone who has passed that age is erased. Every year, that number ticks down, and everyone dies younger and younger. Expeditions depart to kill the paintress, determined to fight until their final breath, but none have ever returned. Our story follows Expedition 33.
Expeditioners, we honor your dedication.
Guillaume and I knew early on that we didn't want to focus on good versus evil. What's interesting to us are people who, yes, are flawed, but who care deeply about each other. And conflicts arise because they have different perspectives on what needs to be done.
I'm sorry about earlier.
We wanted our story to feel dark and mature, with adult characters who feel like real people with real experiences.
I'm always missing something that everyone else just gets.
The heart of the story is about overcoming an existential threat while struggling with loss and grief. And it's rooted in the characters' relationships, both to each other and to themselves.
What are we gonna do, huh? Tell me. What are we gonna do?
In a world like this, how does one stay hopeful or make peace with their fate? What duty do we owe to each other or to ourselves? These questions are deeply personal to me, and they permeate the story behind the story.
Know that Lumiere fights with you. Tomorrow comes Expedition 33.
The characters all have their own motivations and perspectives. Gustave and Lune are deeply invested in the expedition, even if they fight all the time. To them, the mission is tied not only to their family, it's central to their identity and purpose.
Protocol doesn't cover every contingency.
You
know that.
Contrast that with Ciel, whose darkest days have already happened.
What are the stars whispering to you? Actually, I'm the one whispering to them. It's something my dad and I used to do.
And Maëlle, who cares more about really living her life, not just living longer.
Gustave, are you real?
It's not all dark, though. Along the way, they meet various colorful NPCs and recruit Monoko, who is a friendly but kinda bloodthirsty philosopher and a fully playable character. He has a really cool battle mechanic where he can turn into the enemies he defeats.
What are you doing?
Just need the foot. Aha!
He's very, very old and has seen many expeditions come and go. He is a Jest Troll, which are a group of playful beings who view battle as a form of meditation. They're fun and sort of ridiculous. You'll meet Monoko and many other Jest Trolls across the game. And of course, there is Esquier, who is one of the oldest and lore-wise the most powerful creatures in the verse.
Esquier is that powerful?
He will be your mount and help you travel to secret corners of the world. And if you bring him back his special stones, you can unlock abilities for him to explore
Interesting.
areas of the world and find exciting secrets.
I'm strong, but I'm not that strong.
Everyone has their own reason for joining the expedition, and each of them has their own story arc and resolution that we think players will really connect with.
In addition to a strong narrative, we had a clear vision for our own take on the genre's core gameplay. Our reactive turn-based system takes the traditional turn-based battle mechanic we love and adds real-time reaction,
Like Lost Odyssey.
which gives combat greater intensity and
Which I
damage.
gotta go back and replay,
During
or
enemy
try to
turns,
play.
You can negate all damage by dodging or parrying at the right time. But balancing turn-based with real-time mechanics took a long time to get right. During initial playtests, turn-based players often found the real-time elements too hard. Some of us are still traumatized by enemies from back then. We've done a lot of rebalancing since, and with a lot of iteration, we ultimately came up with a formula that we're proud of. Players who are good at real-time can take more risks, and others can counterbalance with items and strategies. A big part of that formula lies in the many ways you can customize your character. We spend a lot of time designing each character's unique mechanics and their custom skill trees. Our philosophy is making every type of playstyle viable so that everyone can have fun with how they play the game. Each character has a unique mechanic. Maëlle switches between stances which can alternately boost defense or power. I personally like to make Maëlle the protector of the group, but I'm pretty much the only one at the studio who plays her that way. Most people play her as a glass cannon with Gustave's complementary skills. The characters can also equip hundreds of passive effects, which in our game
Jesus.
is called Lumina. Every character has more than 20 unique skills in their skill tree and hundreds of passive effects they can gain through Lumina and weapons, so there are a ton of builds and playstyle to explore. Needless to say, we can't wait to see how you choose to play and what kinds of build you'll design that we probably never even imagined.
Our story is set in the French fantasy world, and I was really excited to design something unique. Every level has its own color and texture identity. For example, the Jestro Village is an early area in the game where players can enjoy a fun break. We wanted something that feels chaotic, grungy, and toy-like. It's basically a bazaar. Everything's disorganized, chaos everywhere, huts are unsafe, built without much thought. It's a place where anyone could fight you at any point, which is pretty much what the Jestrals are like. The Jestral village is hidden inside the ancient sanctuary. The ideas here were forest, labyrinth, and sentinels. I designed it as a vibrant place, like an old graveyard of Jestrals, or forgotten wooden toys in a box, with two main colors, red and white. I wanted to make it feel cozy, hidden from danger, with traps and labyrinths in case enemies get in. Same process with the characters. Minoko came in a single concept. I thought of a monkey-like body, white fur with a black and red flat mask.
Ladies, could I?
Ow!
Definitely a Jestral.
For Eske, we needed a cuddly companion to take us around the world. I thought instantly of a giant inflatable balloon and old Victorian pillows with many intricate motifs. We start with the core themes and ideas, and the visuals grow organically from there.
From the very start of the project, there was one thing that we absolutely wanted to bring back from older JRPGs. A feature we really loved, but is very rare these days. A completely 3D and navigable world map. Yes, we've got a world map. And it was a real challenge to create, both artistically and technically. And it ended up a lot bigger than we expected. You'll definitely need Eske's help traveling around. Here we go! We're super happy with the result, though, as there's a lot of side paths and entire hidden levels. If you want to fight the toughest bosses of the game, you will have to explore. Good luck.
We've poured our hearts and souls into this.
Ooh, I wonder if the one covering up there on the right here, if that was kind of like Final Fantasy X.
Expedition 33 launches on April 24th on Xbox Series X and S and is available day one with Xbox Game Pass. You can already wishlist the game and follow us for more info.
Wow, so 2 of the studio games are coming out right away.
We are a small, passionate team. It's our debut game.
Like Digigaiden 4 is not going to be until the fall, but then again, that's not Xbox exclusive. That's like multi-platform.
On behalf of everyone at Sunfall, thank you for joining us. Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
Demain viendra.
Demain viendra.
Tomorrow comes.
I couldn't resist doing that. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff, don't it? All right, here we go. Let's get some more Doom info.
Hello, and welcome to Dallas, Texas, home of id Software, where more than 30 years ago, a small team of game developers helped define and set a course for first-person shooters. A lot has changed since then, but our team is as passionate as ever. And the most important values at the core of our games, innovation, craftsmanship, and performance, remain a priority for us to this day.
And as you're about to see, those values are infused in every aspect of this latest installment in the legendary Doom franchise. It is an honor to work on this game, to carry on id's tradition of creating all-out, groundbreaking levels of fun.
So now, we're excited to share with you a look at our most ambitious game yet. This is Doom: The Dark Ages.
That was so stupid I mouthed the words. In Doom: The Dark Ages, you will feel like the superweapon in the center of a medieval war against hell. Set in a cinematic sci-fi fantasy world full of locations to explore, powerful weapons to unlock, and enemies to conquer. This is a prequel to Doom 2016, and that's given us the opportunity to
2016.
imagine every aspect of this experience. So if you're new to the franchise, then Doom: The Dark Ages will be the perfect entry point into the series. And if you're a longtime fan, then you'll be proud to see, in a lot of ways, the feel of the game is really a return to form. So let's break it down, starting with the combat. In Doom Eternal, you felt like a fighter.
There's just a giant ass Pokemon plushie on their table.
Heavy, strong, but still fast. A grounded combat system with an emphasis on power over the acrobatics of Doom Eternal. And a balance between enemy projectiles and player movement speed that makes strafing to aim viable again, just like in the classic Doom games. But it's not all about nostalgia. Innovation is the goal, always. And so for Doom the Dark Ages, it's an all-new world with new tools and new mechanics to master.
She's a little bit blurry. I'm gonna see if I can up the resolution.
The shield saw. Block.
Hang on. Hold on. This doesn't blow up.
The shield saw.
There we go.
Block. Throw.
Nope.
Parry. Deflect. All from one input. It's contextual. Tons of depth on a single button press. You know, we want every Doom
It isn't like 1440p.
has a unique experience. So in 2016, we asked you to run and gun. In Doom Eternal, it was jump and shoot. And in Doom the Dark Ages, you're gonna stand and fight. And the shield saw will give you the strength to go head to head with some of the biggest, baddest demons we've ever created at id. But that's not all. Because if you're gonna stand and fight, then you gotta have something to follow up that opening parry with. How about an iron flail? Or maybe an electrified gauntlet? Or even a Doom spiked mace? That's right, we have 3 melee options that are part of a melee system. All
Nice.
on one input, complete with combos and upgrades. And it's totally awesome. And you can finish off the demons now with an all-new, unsynced, completely in the player's control glory kill system. From any angle, in and out, as you see fit. And it feels amazing. You'll feel unstoppable smashing your way through the horde with total freedom. And that seems like a ton, but that's just 2 inputs. We got one more really important button that we haven't talked about yet. The trigger.
Jesus! Those enemies on screen.
Save the best for last. Doom has and always will be all about the guns. And Dark Ages has some of the most ridiculously powerful weapons that we've ever created. Mean. Ancient. Brutal torture machines built to butcher.
Oh yeah, the skull.
Impale, and shred the minions of hell with. Only in Doom. That's the mission statement for the design of these never-before-seen, insanely fun-to-use tools of mayhem that only the Slayer has the power to wield. So let's take a look at some extended gameplay footage.
The Slayer. Are we playing as Buffy?
Medieval mechanics synergize with the enemies and the environments to form the new combat loop for Doom the Dark Ages.
The soundtrack's good as always. Oh, hey, on.
This is a spur of a moment for you.
Yeah, watching the developer conference.
Anything interesting?
Oh, Koei Tecmo, it was a surprise game. They're making Ninja Gaiden 4 coming out later this year, and they just shadow dropped Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, a definitive version of the 360 game. Yeah, now they're talking about Doom the Dark Ages. This is the last thing. Unless they go, we got one more thing.
That will allow players to tune the
I doubt Tomb Raider's gonna be announced.
to whatever fits them best.
Nah.
If it does, I will be fucking happy.
Or speed them up.
Well, Your second remaster's coming out in 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, February 14th, Lara's birthday.
Waiting for 2 games now
Hmm?
to get in and pilot
Valentine's Day is also Lara's birthday.
30-story Atlan, which is a mech. It's
Oh.
the size of a building. It's powerful, and you can beat giant Titan-sized demons to death with your gauntlet of fists. If that wasn't enough, we also
Right.
have for you your very own fire-breathing, Gatling gun-toting cybernetic dragon.
Nice.
Neither of these are one-and-done features either. They have a full suite of abilities and even mini-bosses. The spectacle is epic. The Power Fantasy is unlike anything we've made it in. And the combat systems behind these features are deep and tons of fun. And as cool as all that is, we know that fans of single-player action games expect more than just great combat to pull them through the experience. So we're excited to share with you not just the gunplay, but the world of Doom: The Dark Ages. Your hero's journey will take you to the far reaches of the Doom universe. Mysterious worlds from the Slayer's past, dark forests, dungeons, ancient hellscapes, battlefields, and worlds beyond. And through exploration, you'll be unlocking new abilities and godlike powers every step of the way. Now armed with your trusty shield saw, you're gonna cut, leap, and smash your way through environments full of secrets and treasures. There's always something new waiting to be discovered
The yellow key.
or destroyed.
Yellow key.
Now let's take a closer look at just one of the many missions you'll experience in Doom: The Dark Ages. In this level, you will meet the enemy at the gates and save a city from certain destruction. Explore the medieval battlefield outside the castle walls, seeking out targets and enemy formations along the way to engage with as you see fit, with any gun you choose. Explore what is the largest play space ever in a Doom game, discovering secret caves and dungeon-like mines in search of vital resources. You control the pace of the game, where you go, who you fight, and the objectives you pursue. It's a Doom sandbox full of war and riches. Once you've broken the enemy assault, head back to the main gates, because the battle isn't over yet. And the soundtrack to your epic adventures will be composed by the award-winning team at Finishing Move, providing you with a metal soundscape that's loaded with guitars, medieval vibes, and pure adrenaline. You'll feel
Hell yeah.
like you're expanding the legend of the Slayer with every mission you complete. And speaking of that legend, the story of Doom: The Dark Ages, like everything else in the game, is big. It's a summer blockbuster event with everything on the line, and you are the star of the show. Your power is coveted by your enemies and withheld from your allies. With the Slayer imprisoned at the start of our story, the balance of power between good and evil is shifting, and time is running out. It's a new story and the perfect entry point for new players. It's easier to access now as we've taken the narrative out of the codex and into the cutscenes, featuring new characters, old allies, and powerful new villains. And for returning players, it leads directly into the Doom 2016 Slayer's Testaments. It's an action story worthy of the Slayer's legend.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for PC mods that turn the shield into Cap shield. Can you imagine?
We've got 10 years of making modern Doom games together, and we've done better with every game we've made.
The hope with all this, the goal, is to give players an experience that's as fun to play as it was to make, and make something that's good enough to become the best game id has ever made.
But that is for you to decide. When Doom: The Dark Ages releases,
Okay. May 15th. May 15th. April 8th, April 24th, May 15th. Cool. Please tell me you have more coming. Because it seems like you're just... I'm a little scared.
I cannot move.
Yeah, I'm just a little scared that they're kind of like blowing their load and just like throwing everything out right away.
Feel like the super weapon in the center of a medieval war against hell.
All of Hazel's powers are designed around textile crafting and spinning wheels. The combat system is built around chaining attacks and unraveling enemies.
Our reactive turn-based system has a real-time reaction, which gives combat greater intensity and dynamism.
忍具やシリーズおなじみの体術など忍者アクションを駆使して乗り越えていくことになります。
皆様に進化した忍者ガイデンを触っていただける日を楽しみにしています。
Okay, no gifted subs. They did not say the Switch is also an Xbox. Although I would say that would be if it was ever going to be like, oh, Switch is getting Game Pass or is getting Xbox cloud streaming, I would think that Nintendo would be the one to announce that themselves. But yeah, cool stuff. Like deep dives into these games. Again, my only problem is the dates. Like all three of these are coming out relatively close to each other. If they don't have anything else planned, that like leaves a gigantic gap for the summertime and the fall. I mean, the fall, like right now, all I see is Ninja Gaiden 4. It's kind of funny. No talk of Gears of War Emergence Day or E-Day, or I can't even remember what the subtitle of that new Gears of War game is going to be. Speaking of, that's what Melanie are going to play tomorrow night. As soon as I get off work, I'm going to play some more Gears 2. But yeah, that was the direct. Yeah, very cool of Koei Tecmo. I said Toei Tecmo. Koei Tecmo announcing a new Ninja Gaiden. Wow, 13,000 people watching Max on just YouTube right now. $178 over on EB. $13,000 on YouTube. How many people over on Twitch? I'm kind of curious. Oh, wow. Even amount. So 13K over on YouTube, 13K over on Twitch. That's interesting. What's what else doing? How has Ashley Rada not played Rebirth yet? Oh yeah, honest everyone, Rebirth just came out on PC, so if you don't have a PS5, yeah, you can get your Rebirth on. Oh shit, that's gonna get loud. I was gonna boot up the Xbox real quick just to see if it's on there. Like I said, I might just continue streaming. Because I really don't have a whole lot of anything else going on today. Unless Melanie has something. She just got off work. Oh yeah, for whatever reason, I ordered a new headset and it still hasn't shipped yet. And they said, oh yeah, you should get it by Monday. It's like, well, to make sure I get it on Monday, why don't you just send it? Which Final Fantasy is this? Oh no, this is Fire Emblem on. God, I'm dumb. All right, hang on a sec. I'll be right back. Okay. Apparently we don't have a whole heck of a lot really going on. Melody suggested that maybe we go take recycles over, but weather's not really looking too good outside, so I just looked and apparently this kind of like went under the radar, but they just put on here, I didn't even know about this, but apparently for $100 you can get the Doom anthology. Which includes Doom 1 and 2, Doom 64, Doom 3, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, with all the DLCs. So it doesn't look like Digigaiden 2 Black has been released out. It's not out yet. I don't see it on the storefront. Maybe if we search for it. No, it's not on the store yet. It's weird. Oh, what I did check it. The Ninja Gaiden Master Collection is still on Game Pass. So don't know you mentioned that you're thinking of playing it. It is still on Game Pass if you have got Xbox Game Pass. The question is, now that that's over, what to do? Oh, I have to go back on my tweets. Did I promise gifted subs if Craig actually did the real Game Awards from a real studio and not from his fucking house? Let me just check my replies. Oh no, I told Woody, I said if he doesn't stream this from another location and not on StreamYard, I will be legitimately shocked. Remember when Craig said side scrollers is where you leave your politics at the door? That went right out the window when the super chats came in. Cancels his gaming podcast to react to Trump's speech today. The downfall of this man has to be studied. I told Bus to fuck himself for being a Nazi. Oh, I still couldn't get a straight answer. What's a good Sega Saturn emulator? It's I know Malice has one. I should just actually just directly ask Malice last, because I think he's done Saturn emulation. But everyone, what's everyone doing? How y'all doing? What? We do the Cody Rhodes. What do you want to talk about? Right, Dash Fire. I forgot about this reply. What do you consider DSP's worst playthrough of and why? And I just said yes. It doesn't matter. They're all bad. Oh, I need to see if someone, because this is something I want to send to Led Deranged, because he does what's called going in green, where he just gets another person on a Skype call and we watch them. This is how you don't plays. I want to see if he's got one for a Transformers game. Oh, follow Cybertron. Transformers Dark of the Moon. Oh god, he did play Transformers Devastation. Oh god. Okay. I got some choices here. I just wanted to see if the This Is How I Don't Plays exists, because I thought suggesting that, and also suggesting what was the other one I wanted to suggest to Lynn? Oh, Gears of War, because Melly and I are currently playing through that. I just want to see this idiot and how he plays Gears of War. Well, the second wave of Donkey Kong Country Returns images are up online. Okay, what I think I might do though, because I'm just kind of jabbering at this point. If y'all are watching me on YouTube, I'm just gonna say goodbye. I will probably kick up another stream when I'm ready to play Donkey Kong Country Returns, just so we can finish the playthrough here on YouTube. But I think I'll just chill out on Twitch for the rest of the day. So if y'all want to come over to Twitch, I'll be live there, just doing whatever. So thanks for watching.